hano oiguaga gwakinya handu riu nie nawe miaka ethiangite riu haha ni ha oiguaga tukihana ho tukugaga twanaruona na twanaruona ri riu egu twi haria twi elders these are the elders we are almost ancestors, you know. Elders been there, done that. So we no ancestor ni mundu ukoretwo eho. So an ancestor is someone who's an elder. They were there before you. So now this is a video to share, okay? This is one of the videos that I make. I already know. Onaitajeti ndramenya is going to be a beautiful one. Onaitajeti. Ino onaitathiete muno ndramenya. This is going to be a masterpiece. Hey. Ukaigua atiriri. Ati kuria gwitagwo mwena wa East aka Asia. Ni maraikirie riũa rĩao igũrũ. Wa muthaka wanaruona ndanaruona. Mathondekire riũa kũrĩa China. Maramĩta artificial sun. Maramĩikia igũrũ. Riũa rĩao tondũ rĩrĩ ti maiganĩte. Na wa muthaka wanaruona reke ngũre ndanaruona. Now kenaga mũno rĩmwe ngwĩraga create your own happiness. Manifest your own holiday. It is not so hard. Urabatara tu kuhuthira mwono waku. Urabatara tu kuhuthira common sense. Urabatara tu gukorwo ukihuthira kindu gitagwo you esoteric lawyer as a spirit. Now mundu arangora handu anjira atiri jenga wa muthaka nyuma guthimirwo tiri na hau menya uria mugunda uhana. Yana nyene mwarigithirie mwiko arakwira wa maitho ti wa ruthiomi handu hanoru we ni ugithi ukore handu ni haramera mikengeria. Hena micege hena thageti cia kwimeria handu hanoru haragikwira ni hanoru handu hahinju haragikwira ni hahinju. Urakiona handu haha ni hahinjite, urakiona harenda thumu, urakiona harenda fertilizer, urakiona harenda mulching, harenda mahuti, urakiona na maitho maku we ni harenda haitwo tatha. Ni handu hahinjite, ni harendwo hathinjagwo gaburi, gaburi gaite tatha, gaita tatha, andu marie manore, tiri ucio urie thumu, thumu uria umire tatha utware he tiri, tiri ucio nore. No we riu ukigite ati uratwara tiri thibitari ukarorerwo ati ndathi guthimirwo tiri. Ni akinyite handu andu makaga imagination, makaga gwiciria, riu murenda mwiciririo ati nginya tiri we ndungihota kuhuthira mwana waku we your own common sense wone handu haha ni hahinjite. Ni matirakura kindu ta haria ta kwa ng'ania, no ng'ania no wona ni aguraga thumu, wonaga areherwo thumu wa mburi na pickup, thumu wa mburi na rori, umuonaga akihang'a akihoya aheana maveve akaheo thumu, aheana maveve akaheo thumu. We wendagia maveve wacoka ukoya tiri ukauga tiri no wahinjire na nduri thumu, wacoka ukoya tiri ugatwara lab ndathi guthimirwo tiri uyu lab menye niki kirauria. Riu we na mucaina uria uraikia riũa iguru mutire na mutwe mwega, muhana Samido, mutikoragwo na kiongo kiega. Shout out to Samido. Now thino yari ho mbere yaku, the world was there before you, so hatiri mundu ungikorwo wina wigiririki wa gukwira uhoro wa tiri uyu. We ati mundu na wigiririki wa gukwira uhoro wa tiri uyu ungigukira we, tondu no cio urakuhe uhoro wa tiri uyu tĩri ũyũ warĩ kuo mbere yake aũkorire kuo. So mũndũ ũcio akorire tĩri ũyũ gũkũ, nawe wamũkora gũkũ, koguo we na mũndũ ũcio hatirĩ ũngĩhe ũngĩ ũhoro wa tĩri ũcio, tondũ inyuothe mũkorete tĩri ũcio gũkũ. Tĩri ũcio warĩ kũu mbere yaku. We wombirwo nĩ Ngai, wakorire tĩri ũyũ gũkũ, na atombĩte we ambire akĩũmba tĩri. Ibuku rĩaku nĩguo rĩrakwĩra atĩ kĩanjĩrĩria-inĩ rĩ, what you call the Genesis, inside the beginning. So there was a beginning before you. So inside the beginning, in the beginning, meaning for something to be going in, you are going into something. So inside the beginning, the world was void-led. Agĩtagwo tuĩkaga ndĩamenyanagia, yarĩ kĩgeugeu. Shout out to Jaguar kĩgeugeu. Aingĩrire parliament nake agĩtuĩka kĩgeugeu. Akabangĩikarire atarĩ kĩgeugeu. Rĩu agũtũra energy ĩyo ya kĩgeugeu. Nĩona nginya nĩ arandi company arendia nĩ kĩgeugeu. That's a frequency. Nĩkĩo ngĩkwĩraga, once you become spiritual, politics and governments and religions are not for you. Now, depending on how many hands you have shaken, you are the real kigeugeu. Shout out to Jaguar. No mutumire video anyone, we can talk. Maybe it's not too late. He should be doing what he's doing, but doing it God's way. AKA, build from the bottom up. Nikiamana kura bottoms up. Now, but still, their bottoms up is inverted because they're not doing it God's way, because they are still... Anyway, back to the topic. Now, tĩri warĩ kuo mbere yaku. Riũa rĩarĩ kuo mbere yaku. No ũkorwo tũrenda gũthondeka riũa wiki igũrũ. No ririkane riũa rĩ, rĩbehave ũguo rĩbehave nĩ ũndũ wa environment. The sun is in its own environment. Hau niho rĩikaraga, na ithuĩ tũikaraga gũkũ thĩ. AKA, ũrĩa thĩ yatũkanĩte ĩkagayũkanwo maĩ-inĩ mau. And he separated the heavens and the earth. AKA, heavens is anything above. Earth is anything that has density, that can become physical, become too heavy. Earth as an element that can become too dense, too heavy, too condensed. When something becomes condensed, it becomes cold. It's no longer moving a lot. It's no longer vibrating faster. It has slowed down, condensed. The waves, the oceans condensing. When they condense, become ice. When they become ice, now out of the ice, we can have dust, more condensation, new grounds coming up, what you call lands, new lands. The polar caps and all that drama. Kuri thayo. Now, you are still creating new lands. The what do you call them? The volcanoes are still spewing density, heavy. The world is still dividing. The world is still coming out of the waters, out of the emotions and the feelings. The world is still coming out. You are still getting physical things. Eruptions of volcanic eruptions is new lands, because the volcano, when they erupt and they condense, we have volcanic lands, volcanic islands. So volcanoes is birth, death to the water, to the condensations, birth to densities of earth and as an element and all those periodic table. Na maundu magita mau kuu tikuo turi. Now back to wakorire tĩri ũyũ wĩ gũkũ mbere yaku, all the way kwanjia maitũ wanyu, tondũ nĩwe wakũmbire, ũkĩombwo nda ya maitũ wanyu, koguo nginya maitũ wanyu wamũkorire gũkũ thĩ. Though nĩ harĩ maũndũ ũtangĩmũkararia kana ũmũrũge kũringana na location yake. Nĩkĩo iguaga tũkĩhe aciari itĩo, tũmahe itĩo tondũ marĩ elders, they were there before us. No tĩri warĩ ho mbere yao. Are you following? Are you watching? No, ndirona reaction. I don't even know if you are watching, and you know now I can't see with this eye. You saw me putting that pirate thing on my eye. Now I have one eye, so I can't even the reaction. This eye cannot focus. If I close like this, how ndirona onake hingĩte ũguo ndirona onake mwĩhoi, ndirona thimũ no ndirona screen, ndireyona. It has to be checked out. But when you become blind to this world, you become open to other worlds. So esoterically speaking, there's a reason why. Now, there's a reason why in the movies you see them with white eyes, Is the reason why the masters will be depicted with blue eyes. Blue is a reflection. So when you have blue eyes, you are reflecting a lot. And what is in the sky is the blue sky. So you are reflecting the sky blue. Your eyes are blue. So you are not absorbing, you are reflecting. So you are very blind. Nikionaga, the gods and all those people, they have to be done with blue eyes, meaning they are reflecting instead of absorbing. So you are not receiving too much. Because also receiving is not so good. Even in these bodies. When you cannot keep receiving. You have to give also. Ũgĩtũra ũhũragwo kĩndũ, ũgĩtũra ũhinyĩrĩirio nĩ mũtũrĩre, ũgĩtũra maũndũ mothe ma kũhinyĩrĩrio ma receive the pain, feeling pain, receiving. Sometimes you need to push out, you need to be masculine, you need to give thought, you need to go out there and expand and live and grow and multiply. All that is masculine. You cannot be just receiving and feelings, and even women, we need a balance now. So even when I'm going blind on one of my eye, I know it's not absorbing, it's reflecting too much, it's not accepting too much bullshit. Esoterically speaking, I can see that we get focus for the next 5 minutes. I can keep going with my eyes closed now. Receive. So once you know that, you'll understand that you are not God. Stop playing God. Atiri we urenda kutuhe uhoro wa tiri na wakorire tiri guku thi no wenda gutwira we ungitwira atia cia tiri we na we waciarirwo gikora tiri. It doesn't matter. Don't tell me you are an expert. Na ndukagerie kuingiria karugano karia mwanjagia kuga ati mundu ni expert wa kindu. Know life first, then know the knowledge and know the expertise behind it, aka the virtues and principles. Tawe mundu ukuja no ndagitari to ni athiaga thoma ri undagitari mundu angithomera tiri nduthomagira tiri ndurathomera tiri urathoma kurora reaction ya tiri mundu ucio akurehera wanathi ukoya tiri tondu wina ugi na mwana na icicio cia kurora maundu mangi ta mau ukona uria tiri wi handu hanoru hana ukona tiri ucio ni muiru tiri ucio hitukagia mai atia ni uraiga mai ngani urarekereria mai ni ta muthanga no handire kindu muthanga-ini aca niki to muthanga nduigaga mai. Did you need to go to school to learn that? Iyo ni cukuru wathire? Do you have to go to school to be told that sand is porous, sand allows water to go, yet ni urathi rũĩ ukahukuria na moko maku ukona rũĩ rũkigera nathi no rũtiri igũrũ wa mai? No nginya uthi cukuru umenye ũguo? Ithe ndĩrona we muthanga ndũngĩiga mai. Common sense. Tondu na rĩo ũthiĩ wathuguma muthanga-inĩ ũguo wĩ caitinga na ũthiĩ waita mai mothe mathiaga through. No muthanga ũngĩ nĩ ũitaga makanyũrũrũka. Tĩri mũtune nĩ ũitagĩrĩria mai na mũtũngi makanyũrũrũka magatherera. Tĩri mũirũ nĩ ũitagĩrĩria mai ona ekaga kũnyua to nĩ cotton nĩ ũnyitanĩte. Common sense. Koguo mũndũ ũcio ekũrehera tĩri kwamba ongorwo nĩ tĩri mũirũ ũkamba ũkarora nĩ wĩigĩte mai ũkamenya ũyũ nĩ tĩri mũirũ nĩ wa kũiga mai no wandehera tĩri mũmũ mũno koguo kũrĩa arĩ ona gũtirĩ na mai ũyũ ona thĩna ti mũgũnda nĩ mai ukanjia kũragũrĩra hau ukanjia kũmwĩrĩra hau kũrĩ thayũ amani we nawe. It's not my fault but I have to remind you to use your common sense now. Tondũ sense is common anymore. Imagination nĩ yathirire rĩrĩa mũndũ wa makauga hiya nĩ ma ngakĩ no rĩu kũmaka ũramaka gũtikĩ ũndũ wa gũkũmakia maũndũ nĩ maingĩ wanaruona twanaruona. Shout out to Mũgaciku Ngũgĩ wa Karanja wherever is watching from, Mutura wa Irĩma, Mũnjiru wa Mbarĩ ya Wanyaga wherever is watching from, no mũngeithĩrie Ithe wa Ithĩra kũrĩa Gĩthũngũri kĩa Waithĩra, mũngeithĩrie Kamau Mũthigari wake wherever is watching from. Shout out to all the esoteric teachers out there. Each one teach one. It's not what you do, it's how you are doing it. Ngeithĩrio Mteja kũrĩa ũguo Maĩ Mahiũ. Ngeithi ciakwa cirokinya nginya kwĩ guka wa Mũrang'a. Kũrĩ thayũ. Ũcio nĩ Njenga wa Mũthaka nĩ Mũmbũi wa Mbarĩ ya Mbu. Now, tũgĩcoke haha mũngeithĩrie Kamau wa Kĩrigĩ. Rĩndakinya ithaa rĩa ngeithĩrio haha mũngeithĩrie Togno Titi Mũtang'ang'a. Uga no athondeke kĩndũ gĩkĩ rĩa itũra. Ndeke kĩo ya ngeithi mũno koguo no nginya ndĩmũgũrĩre. Shout out to that big team. That's what you do it, how you do it. Na mũngeithĩrie mũrũ wa Kimari. Mũkama gũcikia nĩwe kũrĩa kĩrĩma-inĩ. Okorwo bare ngũrĩ.
got wakora tĩri ũgũkũ. So you trying to tell us atĩ tĩri ũhana kũũtwara lab, you are playing God. Na nĩ wĩra mũingĩ mũno ũreigĩrĩra wĩra mũritũ, wĩra ũtangĩhota. Trials and tribulations. Othe rĩu nĩ moikia riũa rĩanyu. Did you consult me? Nĩ ũrakwĩrire nĩ ndiendaga rĩmwe atĩ gwĩ ũtukũ ngona riũa. Ta imagine atĩ nĩ ũtukũ kũrĩa ũrĩ no kwĩna riũa, atĩ nĩ riũa rĩa Mũchina atĩ kwĩna riũa artificial rĩakĩ. Kĩmuruta wĩra mũingĩ. If the sun acts like it acts in its own environment and location, in its own parameter, that means it's at home. Ũrĩa tugaga njata ĩ mũciĩ, ũrĩa tugaga we wĩ mũciĩ, organ ciaku ciĩ mũciĩ. Rĩrĩa organ yaku yarutwo ũkehera, aka ngoro yaku ĩngĩrutwo we ndũrĩ ho, ini rĩngĩeherio ndũrĩ ho, kaigangio gangĩrutwo ndũrĩ ho, ka appendix ganako nĩ kamaina ona nĩ ũrutagwo igego. We are talking of an organ. What is an organ? An organ is anything that is self-sustenance. Nĩ njũĩ ndũraririkana ũguo njengaga mũthaka wa kũririkania. Kĩndũ gĩothe kĩ mwĩrĩ kĩretwo body organs, nĩkĩo ciĩtagwo the major body organs. Nĩ kĩndũ gĩtheragia, aka it can filter, it has a filtration system, it has all the systems that it can survive on its own. Nĩkĩo ngoro no ĩrutwo na no ĩrathiĩ na mbere na kũhũra ĩtarĩ mwĩrĩ-inĩ. Why would it continue beating when it's out of the body? Because it's an organ on itself. It can continue beating for some time, given the pump ndĩrĩ thĩinĩ wa mũndũ ĩnja. But if the environment harĩa yaigwo hena environment ya gũpump, it can continue pumping. That's a demon. That's a demon. Ĩyo nĩ demon ĩkũrĩtie kũhũra thimũ thaa ici. That's a fucking demon. Now, ĩno ti mbũgũ ya kũhũra thimũ. By default, you call when I'm speaking, I know what kind of energy you are coming from. Not today, Satan, opposing God. A Satan is nothing but an opposing God. You have been programmed to think that Satan is demonic from the Bible, the concept, the pictures they paint for you. So you think a Satan is kĩmũndũ kĩnahĩa, kĩmũndũ kĩũru. Na kĩronania kĩnahĩa nĩ animalistic state. When you are at your lowest animalistic state, the only thing you can attach to how you feel is the animal. Atĩ nginya nĩ ũragĩa na hĩa, hĩa ciroka nacio nĩ kĩmũgũgũtiga, kĩndũ kĩngĩng'athia, gĩa kũndehera hĩa, wĩna rũng'athio. Okay? Gatego gaka gakwenda karengwo hĩndĩ karatũcuca mũno gũkũ, wĩna rũng'athio, wĩna wĩirana. Nĩkĩo Satan areka ũguo. What is to be a Satan? To be a Satan is someone who is opposing. You are opposing God. Sometimes you don't like to be opposed all the time. So stop being a Satan and calling me at this moment. Satan. No life. Satan. No life. Now, once nĩwamenya Satan ĩrekaga rĩu opposing God, rĩu nĩtũma nginya kũrĩa kuma mbũgũ twathiĩ nginya ciathĩ. Stubbornness, kũng'ethanĩra, rĩu twathiĩ kũng'ethanĩra na Satan ũtukũ kuma tũkumĩte kwa Ngai. Stop being a demon. Someone is feeling very demonic watching this video. AKA, stop being lost in too many desires. AKA, you think your way is the only way. Being Christian, love is. Thou shalt not cast stones at me. Thou shalt not hate the messenger. Those are my commandments. You go do your 10 commandments. Okay? I have my 5 commandments. Thou shalt not hate on Jegaramudaka. That's a commandment. You go do your 10 commandments. Thou shalt not hate the messenger. My commandment. You go do yours. Another fucking demon. Another fucking demon. I'm not picking demons numbers. Actually, they can wait. Nĩndĩ igũrũ rĩu. Nĩ ndĩ ũthamaki-inĩ. Nĩ njengaga mũthaka. Nĩ mũmbũi. Ndĩrĩ athamaki. Nĩ ndĩrathamaka. Wait out Kogno. Now, so the sun, riũa rĩrakia ũguo in its environment as an organ. Nĩkĩo ndaheana ngerekano ya organ. An organ is anything that can survive on its own. Ũkaigua ini no rĩrutwo rĩkĩre barafu rĩtwarĩrwo mũndũ wĩ easier, as long as nĩrĩgwo environment rĩngĩ sustain hanini, rĩikio barafu-inĩ. Use your common sense. Anything that can be transplanted into a human being means it's an organ. It can survive on its own given the right environment. What is an environment? A location. So the sun is in its location, environment. So that is why it's able to sustain itself out there. Now when you take a sun, kariũa mũgagathondeka haha China, na haha nĩ gũtũkua wana, mũtigacoke gũtũkua wana. When you are doing it in Asia, you are doing it in the east. You know Asia and China is the east. So you are doing a ritual whereby you are rising your own sun. The sun rises from the east. Now you are doing it your own way. You are doing it to cast a spell, an even bigger spell. Na nikiwa mwahenia andũ atĩ moja kũmahingũrĩra tondũ the biggest spell you are casting is the rising sun. Ũkauga the sun rises from the east, aka China, this Asia. Now you have thrown your sun. What is the sun? Your own consciousness. When you see the sun, what do you see? A consciousness. How you see yourself. Now they are throwing their own consciousness for their meta, their own sun, how they feel about themselves. So they'll be playing allegiance to their own sun worship. That is their own son of God, a mentality. What is God? A mentality, a higher mentality. Maundu matari moneka, maundu matari maiguĩka thĩ. God, all possibility. So now, they are all possibilities, everything, all possibilities, and all that, hizo mavitu zote. Sauti iko chini. I don't know what to do, man. You will have to buy these things. You will have to help me get good mics and good phones and good podcasting things. You cannot keep complaining the volume is down. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. That's what I'm telling you. Don't hate the messenger. Take the message. But I'm doing my best. If I could, I would do better than this. I would have my own podcasting studio, seated down with all the equipment and all the lights, and someone to do my makeup. But I'm not doing it like that. I don't need makeup. Now, thou shalt not hate on the messenger. Take the message. There's nothing I can do about the volume. Urakiona nginya agitinia andu makihura thimu. Na no nyambe njoe thimu njigu na marauga. But I'm not picking the phones. So if I'm not picking the phone, you are still finding fault in the volume, man. Come on now. Come on now. Kemuraki dajiki atia riu. What do you want me to do now? Here comes another one. That's another one. And that's business. But I'm not picking it now. This is more important, what I'm saying, than even those two phone calls I've disconnected. I'll connect with them later. Okay? Now, when you drew your own son, it's okay. Iko sawa. And you have to also to understand. No, I'm not. You know, I don't come in that energy. I don't come in the energy of hate. Me, I understand frequencies. I understand the spirit behind it. I understand that you are coming out of care. You are concerned, because you're not the only one who's listening. You're concerned. We are not listening to you. So I understand the energy you are coming from, but I'm not going against you. I am going against that which is making the voice not be there, because it's intentional. Where's it intentional? No, it's intentional. Every time I go live, nyamwini no meta, no ginya microphone ginya siakiri asistuke interfered with. That's why I need to get a sound card, so that I can monitor. So before the sound gets to it, goes through the sound card, I can monitor it. No de me manipulate no ni mwenyewe, de me filter de me abaterie. But without a sound card, they can. This is their sound card. The phone, technology, everything here is theirs. But now, igikona sound card yako, I can counter that now with my own spells. Do you know what we can do now with the right things? So once you throw your own sun now, your own is forget. Okay, twabe turigane no ni horo wa the ritual they are doing. Let's come to the sun now. Tugitwe no ikiario ari akuiguru. Icio murage collide, ni murage collide colloid or whatever you have collided, whatever nonsense and ions and atoms you have collided. So first of all, they are not acting in nature because you are colliding them. They are not supposed to be colliding. So the colliders, all those things you are shooting together to create a light, you are doing it out of its own nature, out of its own element. So already ni kindu murathukia, aka you are already colliding ions and atoms and things. Already thokia. So you are forcing them to have chaotic sex, aka joining them by force. You are forcing them the same ritual of breaking down to create something new, better. So you are banging them together, destroying them,
to create a light, something that is shining, and then you are putting it up into the air, and the environment you are sending it, that thing is not supposed even to be in that environment. So you're also going to create now even more chaos, aka all of a sudden after some time ugacoka wigue nginya riera riria guku njari ritingihihika, na to nimo programirwo to nginya batare riera ri mwikirwo nginya mita cia riera. Mai ni mendagio, mai matio no gukorwo makiendio ni element, riera ni riendagio oxygen, oxygen riu no gukorwo ikiendio ni element, tondu gutire oxygen mathondekaga. Oxygen ni riera riri wonaga ukarikunika, nona riera riri wonaga nirio rikunikagwo kenderio we, hatire guthondeka oxygen, gutire mundu ungithondeka oxygen. Njenga wa muthaka, mumbui wa mbare ya mbu arakura oxygen ndungithondeka, tumikorete guku thi, twamikorire guku thi, hatire mundu wokire guthondeka oxygen guku thi. Indo iria tungithondeka na nga indo iria tungithondekera ithui na nituonaga uria ciikaga ndogo after gukreate engine, tukaingiria riera ni ria oxygen, iga create ndogo, tukamita carbon monoxide, tukamihe ritwa ndogo yo tukamita carbon monoxide, yathukira mundu othe wetwire ye nyumba ya makara carbon monoxide. Ugia carbon monoxide nyumba niki thagiri ni tondu gutire na riera riganu, riera ni rianyiha niki tondu mwaki ni warikia kuria riera riria riku rianyiha, mwaga riera, thu kwina riera kiu gia gu sustain gitiriho, aka ngari uyu iraruta carbon monoxide no ikunine ri, ngari iroya riera ikariria riothe, engine igacina na maguta, riera riu rigathira, rikauma ri carbon monoxide, rikauma ri ndogo. No tondu rina maguta ri, rikuma ri ndogo umio ni omite carbon monoxide. No tondu we nduracina na maguta, uracina na mihumu, nikio thia giciini ukauta mihumu utarona, ukauga ni muoyo wa Ngai ri, mihumu yaku yatua kuma ri, ikuma i carbon monoxide, no thi uthiite, no tutukiona i ndogo tondu we nduguthagira maguta, uhuthagira indo ingi, uhuthagira irio na maindo mangi ta mau. Okay? Tigai gutinda mukunikanirio ni andu haha ati tondu ni marakura mena PDH, EGH, CGH, ugatinda oh my god, it's carbon monoxide is produced by the car. It's the smoke you are seeing is what they are calling carbon monoxide, but that is not carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is what you can breathe in your house, bado ikunike na gathageri okue no tutikuona ndogo. So carbon monoxide is the virtue and principle of you being in a place whereby you are competing for air. So fire is competing with you to get that air element. In the same way, the car is competing with you to get the air element, to burn it in the combustion chamber to release the exhaust fumes, and those exhaust fumes you call them carbon monoxide, but that is not carbon monoxide. Though it can give you the same results of carbon monoxide, aka if you inhale too much of that, it's going to compete with the air around you. So riria mundu oya mutoriru ekira ngari exhaust aigeria ngari ni arurumia ngari ri, ndakuaga ni ndogo iyo, asa akuaga ni gucindanira riera riri tigarite haha na ndogo iyo as a combustion. As within, so without. Makakwira kickback, fireback, iria mahuraga ngari, so shout out to the Subaru boys, ati yahinyweka backfire, toto ni kuruta, no. Toto ni kuruta, tondu exhaust irutaga, exhaust irutaga na miena yeri, exhaust ikiruta ni iracokia, itago air conduction, going around. That is why, sometimes, you can also eject air that is supposed to go out of the ass and it comes out of your mouth, tugagwita gutahe guthethea tondu ihuririe irio nyingi nda, gutire na space ya irio icio guthiruruka, so ugathuria na kanua ugathethea. Is the same concept. Understand life, then you understand and know the book and the knowledge and how they create the knowledge. No menye nginya uria nayo ngienja curriculum yaku no thomithanie and you take over the world, because that is just what they do. They give you their mentality. But which one makes sense? Ya Njenga wa Muthaka kana ya guthomithirio ya kurio niyo carbon monoxide no kona ati ndogo niyo. Njenga wa Muthaka akurio ndogo yo tiyo carbon monoxide, ndakuruta carbon monoxide ndiki ni thayo. Haha niho ngwira ugashare video. Now, no subscribe YouTube. That you could revamp YouTube. Subscribe YouTube, we can tell you the video tena get it better. Todo YouTube is made for videos, so it is hard for them to interfere with my microphone, because YouTube is specifically made for videos and microphones. So the virtues and principles of YouTube is specifically for videos. But the virtues and principles ya Meta ni ati hena video, hena kuhuranira thimu, niguo FaceTime icio mwitaga video call, hena ku exchange message, hena messenger, o hau meta hena game andu mathakaga game aga Minecraft, o hau hena Candy Crush. So haha ri hatire na hinya. The virtues and principles here are weak, so they can get at me, they can take advantage of me, they can fuck with my microphone, but the virtues and principles of still the other thing, which is the tube, are a little bit favored for me. So the tube is specifically just for videos. Koguo matingenda bado kwihura muno ona magituhuraga uria magika ni kureka ndarikie video magavuta kana makanyihia eroreri. So konaga video ni njega muno no yonetwo ni andu 300, but reality yonetwo ni andu 10,000, but the algorithm igasetwo ndikondeke yoneke ni andu aingi tondu ni moe thino menda andu menda marumire kiria kironwo ni andu aingi. We wathi video ona ina 3 million ugeciria niyo njega tondu ina 3 million, no marenda uthi kwa 3 million, ona ti andu 3 million monete, ni algorithm, lostness, maundu ma wana, outwork, you want to bamba, you want to digi nonsense, bullshit, na diuga entertainment ni njuru, no ni maundu ta mau. Okay, so that has been pushed up. It's a narrative, it's what is keeping people asleep, those kind of stories, the news. Okay, now so no aiba ku understand riu ari ritinge behave uria riagirirwo ko ni guthukia turathukia environment na macungiriro ni maundu ma weather all the way nginya haria magakinya haha. Iyo ni onongorio yao wiro wikirwo mita ya riera, ta imagine wikirwo mita ya riera ta ya thitima, wina thitima ni urariha ni mwaki ni free energy tondu wetu uthirurukagia mai damu icio mwikirite mai ona mutio ni gutenderia thitima mutwendagiria tinywe muragia mbura mwakorire mbura guku na mai na njui wira wanyu no guthie gutega aka you are the masons, you are the clever people, you came up with the idea ithuĩ twĩ toro. So you used your esoteric lawyer, you went and you tapped the dam, you took the power of all that water, generated electricity, gave it to us, made us pay, but it's still free. It's mother nature, it's the river. So what you should be charging us mogia tuchargerio gwaka damu na gutwikirira waya kumanagia na mutugana na ithuĩ. Riu mwendagirio thitima mukienderio mai ni tuhu, mai no kwenjwo menjagwo mai. Reke ngwire now, let me tell you, the piped water that you get to your house, you are not paying for clean water. I will repeat, the tap water that you pay for in your house through the kanjo and being in the piping system, you are not paying for clean water. What you are paying for is them getting that water from the river and packaging it for you, aka distributing it to you. So you are paying for the piping, you are paying for the meters and all that drama. Niyo murariha tondu mai already mena giko, nikio mai ni mathahire, mai ni magire giko, nikio kanjo iratega mai ma Ndarugu, shout out to Ndarugu river ekuria Njoro, eitagwo sewage ni andu aiga tondu ngwiciria ni matigire Ndarugu ndari kuni mekagwo. Koguo tukagia na ka farm gete wa muthaka, Njenga wa muthaka clean recycling and distributing water something, tugatega Ndarugu ina gikori, Njenga wa muthaka agekira chemicals agoka nogo wake, tugekira chlorine, twekira chlorine ri tukamahitukia matangi makaringwo ni riua, mwaki transform, fire transforms, okay, maga transformwo ni riua iria mumitaga thermal treatment, sijui whatever preheated. Riua rikamurika mai, riua ni twi ni mwaki, riua ni twi ni gutheria, riua ni twi ni individual, riua ni ritheragia ni mwaki, fire transforms, irio cinjiri cikahia, wenda kunyita ukahiuhirwo uga transform all the way you even get wet. Fire is a higher feeling. Hani Njenga wa muthaka ukaga down in a flaming sword. Now mai mau matherari ngamekira vaivo ngakurihia ngakwenderia. Koguo we ndurihaga mai matheru, urihaga guthererio mai ni kanjo ureherwo gwaku muci wikirirwo vaivo. Koguo ti mai uguraga, urihaga guthererio mai. You pay for the water purification. When you are paying Nairobi Water Company and sewage system, you are paying them for cleaning the water for you, chlorinating the water for you and distributing to your house. You are not buying water. You cannot buy water. Water is free. It's an element. Endless possibilities all the way to the point no umeja maguitikire kuma iguru na wihuge nguo icio ciothe urute ati mundu ukurihia na muthererie na mutirihagio. So now Once you understand life, you can become the mason now. You can become the mason. A mason is a builder. Tiga kumena Freemasons. You only call them, you only hate them because they are free. They are free to build the world. They are free to to bring you their mentalities. They are free to bring you their mentalities and only theirs. So the money only goes to them. When water a builder, when water hodera mwana waku. So stop hating on the Freemasons, the free builders. They are free to bring you anything that you can use. They still make them. Now, tiguthie muno kaniko gatugwira oria ndari kuga tutiguthie muno nderwo riu kwiri ni ndakera kagwe hindi ndakorwo ngiuga tutiguthie muno kagwe ni ndakera kana mukiuga njenga wa muthaka na hena mundu ha iguru hena kamundu stage ite haha. I don't do that nonsense of crusade of people pretending they are walking. Do you see anyone up the tree? Atwatindaga tukiaria video makugwete mahuti maigana kana hena kamundu murona haria hithite weka mundu malone. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Now, he ndahota muboini ahota mubuya kwendwa be athiraji mujiru ndari guku. I need to do something, so I had to come back home and finish. So I'm home alone. Hanaga the makarageta go home alone 1, home alone 2. No ruka ka boy. So he gets naughty. Me I cannot get naughty. Instead of getting naughty, I come to remind you stuff. No ndaho tare. I think I should go and eat something. I need to jump in my car, go somewhere for lunch. Yatiri modo jiteire raji. Ira ndiragorirwo raji. Nira ndiragorirwo raji. Ira gane yo. I think it's the day before yesterday. Shout out to that Eve, you know, the feelings. That is what nikyo women are powerful. She felt my hunger. I said, ati mudu raji tera raji. I feel. Because women is feeling feminine. I feel. Ajira mpeza ding ding. Diuria karaji ka unayekani. Drama is not a small thing. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. For you, you think it's small. For me, thank you from the bottom of my hand. It's the gesture that counts. Because if I am in that gesture, when you put me in that gesture, the world will bless me. AKA, be less and give me more. So, so no amenya mai no akimenya kitu mai ndukugura mai nduguraga ngoda kwambe ngure mai nduguraga ona mundu athia matwenderie mai na mai ni matu ona mundu ucio utoboraga borehole arihagio million gutobora borehole ndakurihagia mai akurihagia mbeca icio cia gutobora borehole na mavaivo mau na borehole ni ikaraga yeko service ukaigua bobo ni irorire na maundu mangi ta mau na agigwika uguo ri onake angikionera kanyamu hau akiri uru iyo ni nduhi umuheaga koguo tiga kurakario ni kanju asa ni mai mathahire njui ni mojugire ngongo ni mwagire wigiririki. You have a small company weka kaundu ugaita ruwi wina gaka washi na hau weka kaundu ukaniriria ndarugu uikaraga na hau ugikuyu warikia kaundu ugaita kiria ugaitirira udire dramakio ni acio mena hau thogoto dramakio ni mundu wina hau wa ithaka dramakio ni mundu wina hau muthama othe wiru rukinya na guku kianda ni siweji no nginya munywe no nginya hoke Nairobi Water Company iguthambirie mai no tutiendaga kumuonia mau mena giko muonagio haria hatherete na haria thika mukerwo mai ma gikuyu me ha gikuyu ni irima riri kuri ha thogoto muga mai thogoto mehe mai mutito ucio mai ha na ni matangi me hau koguo mai moka matangi mo maoka guthambirio makoma maumite ku hau ni ho rihagio to we nduwi ni vaivu yekirirwo ni wekirire wa mikorire hau oria wakorire tiri guku na mai maya guku tiga uthondeka we ni expert we niwe wagite ni gukorwo ukihuthira mwana waku uria wagirire to ni wateire mwana waku koguo kirumirire uria urathwo naguo nginya hindi ya njenga wa muthaka akuririkania wajie kumenya ati no wathwo ni mwana uria wao no riu wi mundu mugi aka ndurakuo wana aka ndura waste time ugithi kuagio maundu ma wana na debates tene na kuria ciri aka ndura waste your time uka gutukua wana ugitwira horo wa global warming yeti ni twigutire global warming yeti ni twi global warming iria yikuo ni andu kugeria guikia riua riao tweroire makahuthira mbeca nyingi nduramenye twenda riua ringi we ni ura consult urerwo ni kurendwo riua ringi koguo nduriganagia wira riu nduriganagia riua riu koguo China marenda matigakomagĩra mauga 24 hour economy koguo maretagĩrĩra rĩrĩa rĩathi makakia rĩao. So you never go to your spiritual side. You will always be awake, motherfuckers. You will always be in this hell. This is hell. Hey, ndio matirona spell yo. Ega muthaka wa mwera matirona spell ni kimonaga. Ni mona atu maundu ati mundu eragira jega muthaka utona atu maundu. Ono godonaga ni ono muthi. Ni thayo. So that's a very powerful spell. The sun rising from the east, their own sun rising from the east, the coming, the east, walking on waters, walking on your emotions and feelings. There's nothing you can do. You are not consulted. So you can have maybe a 24-hour meta. Tutikori horwari wari duwetire meta shararuko meta una meremeta ana meremeta jega menyere kuhingiro ana meremeta is everyone no nginya thake na algorithm. He is a mighty one, ana meta shagiria na vigeregere shagiria na shamra na nderemo iyo ni njega ndingirutwo shamra na nderevo kinyam kisham medete ogwo kitam niguo ngikaga kuu gatagati ngaikia music kuu uguo no ndirathi ngiohigaga no ndirathi ngimenyaga no marathi wanorete no ndirathi ndiganirwo ondariganirwo ni kaundu kau ndamenya kangikerwo kuri thayo ucio nake nioka kundirikanire mwamuigua ndarokerwo ni nyoni no koyo ni symbolism ya M-Pesa kurokerwo ni nyoni ya munyaka. My M-Pesa number is 0720 803 702. You wanna send a donation, I can go eat my lunch. Nidi kurihia mai ni tuhu. It's a piping system. I need to pay my data. I need to eat. I need to replenish. But I'm telling you the truth. I'm doing it God's way. I need to eat. I have a mission. I don't sell prayers. Wakati kona lunchtime prayers ati ukigira lunchtime prayers na hena gatoka igetu ho mukigira lunchtime prayer ukaiga kindu hau na ukago pray. Are you being prayed on? PREYED. Okay, donations only, donations only. Kuri thayo twambe tuende yo bugu yo yuma yake kwanza tukwajitie ko wadi ngimenya ginya title riu ginya nikio thia YouTube ngandika another random to thia ngarigwo na mbugu yo ngumita atia ta riu yuma yake ya tiri yuma ndagitari wa tiri kumuonia ati utukua wana ati kwina ndagitari wa tiri tondu akorire tiri uyu guku na tiri uyu wari kuo mbere yaku ginya kianjiriria-ini ibuku-ini rikianjia. He separated the waters from the earth, so earth got derived out of the waters, the condensation, everything before you crawled out of earth. Tondu ginya ni utwiraga atiriri we tucoke evolution ugatwira you came out of the waters, you came atugaturokire weka lizard agakiura lizard agogituika manki iyo kiambo gituika stupid dinosaur na maundu magita mau uko gituika manki ukianjia te kuina muko kimenya mwaki ukirugama niguo ni tu watwira niguo watwira ungigicoka ututhomithie tiri atia we umite mai-ini we nothing we kiunguyu woka wakora tiri ucoke utwire we ugituika ndagitari wa tiri atia mutige gukuagwo wana because all of a sudden this will be another program but you enable it, you allow it and you become slaves to it all the way to the point ati thaici ndungihanda mugunda utathimirwo tiri na ni common sense. We no thumu uri hana we no mai ma muthango ria matwara mai ria mataigaga koguo ni ukumenya handero nyongere tiri hana handero nyongere mahuti mulching handero nyongere nyihanyihie tiri uyu mutune ogono wa mahua ndirenda kuhandira tumikethe jagu ni gwikira red soil niki tondu ndigaga mai na ni rich ndekira cotton ri ni kunyita mai muno so maundu magita mau kuri thayo ucio ni njenga wa muthaka ni mumbui wa Bariabu. Thank you for joining me. We are also group each one teach one utiri uwe gukirongi kuririkania ni ndungirite ndigukirite na ugi ndungirite na ugi. It's just that you have to understand the parameters. How far are you willing to go to the other side Are you afraid? Are you in a world that is led by fear? Every time you switch on the news, fear, bomb, mulengo, wanasiasa, bala, njaa, all those zinakuanga program. Utire mwaka mukaga ona omwe kwiro uhoro wa ng'aragu na ithia na specific areas to Janus. So in this area Janus, they know the sun is the closest, so by default a lot of things are dried up. They ya magetha na maundu mangĩ ta mau ara makigetha mbembe iria turakunyaga Dithemba, no nginya twanike mbembe tumithie. Koguo no nginya hindi iyo kuroma makakwira hindi iyo kumite gutingiaga ng'aragu ni tondu raria njua. Ti ati gutire irio, no hindi iyo ndungiria njua, koguo kwina ng'aragu ya njua, no kwina nyumu. So there's drought. But if there's drought and there's money, that is not drought because you can buy with the money. But they attach the droughtness to the ground because they want you to pay attention to that physical thing. They don't want you to think about it esoterically. That the drought that is there is of feelings and thoughts. So they have to do something to make you pay attention. Koguo omena ng'aragu na no nginya makuhe kaundu ga mukahe attention nigetha mafeed, because they feed off your thoughts and feelings and how you react to what they show you. Drought, the news, election years, and every 5 years when they decide that, depending on the amount of feeding they need to do, they push out too many things, all the way to forest fires and tornadoes, and you are not using your esoteric common sense and asking yourself, how come a satellite was on top of that place when it was exploding? How comes isi gĩciothe ci explodaga tutionaga satellite iki explode? No kuigua tuiguaga kwina tsunami underground, but for that particular area and location we have to be shown the explosion happening because they are preparing you for something to do with a gate na darasa na maundu mangĩ ta mo tutikũgweta mũno. Okay, the next big event coming. Kuri thayo ni ukaririkana video ĩno hihi ukaririkana kĩrĩa kĩatũmire makuonie nigetha makauga ni tsunami na darasa nini na riũa rĩao nĩrĩo nĩ maiki igũrũ tume kũu tondu ona gũkũ no marakĩhota nginya gwĩka atĩ gũkũ atĩ nĩ waria Gĩkũyũ geciria matiramenya. Angĩkorwo Google interpret any language rĩ, weciria nĩkĩ kĩarĩ mbere? Language interpretation nĩkĩ yarĩ mbere? Nĩkĩ mangĩataũrire mbere? Nĩ audio kana nĩ kwandĩka? Nĩ rũthiomi kana nĩ ũcani? By default kĩrĩa kĩarĩ kĩa mbere gũtaũrwo nĩ rũthiomi nigetha ũcoke ũcane. Koguo ona ingĩaria Gĩkũyũ nĩ mataũrĩte before mataũre na gũcana, ĩrĩa ũreka atĩ copy paste, atĩ ũga copy Gĩcaina ũkaigĩra Gĩthũngũ gĩgakũhe ũkona atĩ nĩ ũraria na Mũcaina na copy paste. We urona wĩ mũgĩ mũno, no mambĩte gũkobia rũthiomi nigetha macane, tondũ ũngĩgĩcana kĩ utaiguĩte rũthiomi, utaiguĩte the tones, utaiguĩte the linguistics, utaiguĩte the lingo, utaiguĩte the language, utaiguĩte the synonyms, utaiguĩte the parables, utaiguĩte the riddles, utaiguĩte the runyes, utaiguĩte all that. Kuri thayo ngwamba gũtigĩrĩra hau gwa kahinda gaka. That is the thing. Ask and you shall receive. You Christians, you hate on me. Me, I don't hate on you, I love you. The book says, ask and you shall receive. It is not for you to judge. Ngai waku arakwĩra do not judge. So if you are a Christian, my WhatsApp my M-Pesa number 0720 803 702. That's my donation number. I'm waiting for your lunch, you Christian, because I'm doing it God's way. I'm not going behind the news. I'm not sending you news and everything. I'm just using the book against you because you don't know the book. Yet you claim you know. Me, I know life. So you cannot even defeat me with that book. Ask and you shall receive. Do what the book tells you. Kuri thayo.